Some people don't know how tired they are until one day their body forces them to stop. And honestly, the story is not about laziness, it's about the opposite. It's about people who stay busy all the time because slowing down feels uncomfortable. People who don't know how to sit quietly anymore. People who feel guilty while resting. Maybe some of you listening right now will relate to this more than you expect. The story is about a man named Arjun. Now, Arjun was the kind of a person everyone admired. Hardworking, responsible, always available. At work, people trusted him. At home, people depended on him. And honestly, he took pride in that. His schedule was always packed meetings, phone calls, deadlines, emails late at night. Even during dinner, his laptop remained open nearby. His wife often said, "Can you at least relax while eating?" And Arjun always replied the same way, "Just 5 minutes." But those 5 minutes never ended. Slowly, being busy became his personality. If he sat quietly for too long, he felt restless. If he took a break, guilt appeared immediately. If he watched a movie peacefully, his mind whispered, "You're wasting time." And honestly, modern life praises people like this. People call them disciplined, focused, dedicated. But very few people notice what constant pressure quietly does to the mind. At first, Arjun ignored the signs: frequent headaches, poor sleep, irritation over tiny things, constant exhaustion. He kept saying, "It's just stress." And maybe it was. But stress slowly becomes dangerous when people normalize it for too long. One Sunday morning, his daughter entered the room holding a board game. "Papa, will you play with me today?" Without looking up from his laptop, he replied automatically, "Later." Now listen carefully. Children remember laters more than adults realize. An hour passed, then another. Eventually, his daughter stopped asking and quietly went back to her room. And strangely, that moment stayed with Arjun longer than expected. Not because it was dramatic, but because it had become routine. He was physically present at home, but mentally somewhere else all the time. That evening, while checking emails again, he suddenly felt a sharp pain in his chest. Not unbearable, but enough to scare him. His wife immediately panicked and rushed him to the hospital. Thankfully, it wasn't a heart attack. Severe stress and exhaustion, the doctor explained. Then the doctor said something simple that stayed in Arjun's mind deeply. "Your body is resting here because your mind never does." That sentence followed him home. For the first time in years, Arjun looked at his life honestly. And honestly, he didn't like what he saw. Yes, he was earning well. Yes, he was successful professionally. But he had forgotten how to enjoy ordinary life. Morning tea without checking notifications, conversations without distraction, sitting quietly without feeling guilty. Even happiness had become another task on his checklist. The next few days felt strange, very strange. The doctor advised him to slow down slightly, and honestly, Arjun didn't even know how. The first evening he tried sitting in the balcony without his phone. He lasted barely 4 minutes. 4 minutes. After that, his hands automatically searched for the phone again. That's when he realized something uncomfortable. He wasn't only addicted to work, he was addicted to constant stimulation. Silence had started feeling unfamiliar, but slowly, very slowly, he started changing small things. No phone during meals, short evening walks, 1 hour before sleep without screens, weekends with family, and honestly, the beginning felt awkward because rest is difficult for people who have tied their self worth to productivity. But gradually, something shifted. He started noticing small things again: the taste of hot tea, conversations with his daughter, his wife laughing while telling random stories. Tiny moments he had been physically present for years, but emotionally absent from. One evening, while playing carom with his daughter, she suddenly smiled and said, "You laugh more now." And honestly, that sentence hit him harder than any motivational speech because suddenly he realized how much of life he had been missing while constantly preparing for a better future. And maybe that's something many adults quietly struggle with. We become so busy building life that we forget to actually live it. We postpone rest, postpone happiness, postpone peace, as if life will begin someday later. But the truth is, life is happening right now, in ordinary evenings, in small conversations, in moments we barely notice. So tell me honestly, my dear listeners, do you also find it difficult to relax without feeling guilty? And when was the last time you spent 1 whole hour without checking your phone? Are you truly living your life or only rushing through it? If this story felt personal to you, share your thoughts. And if you want more meaningful stories, just write more stories in the comment box. Till next time, don't wait for life to slow down before you start living it.